What is the difference between fiscal and monetary policy? Now, please see. See, government can bring in two main kind of policies. The first is known as fiscal, and the second is known as monetary. A fiscal policy basically is any policy that affects the expenditure or revenue of the government. To give you an example, let's say that the government is going ahead and is aiming to build a hospital or a school or a flyover, or has some policy which says free education for all. For all these purposes, the government would need money. How will this money come? This money can come from collection of taxes, tolls, fine, etc. Whenever the government incurs any kind of expenditure, it is part of the fiscal policy. Whenever the government collects revenue, that is also part of the fiscal policy. Now, please try and remember that national income of any economy can be calculated using three methods: income method, value-added method, and expenditure method. When we talk about the expenditure method, the equation that we have in hand is y is equal to c plus I plus g plus nx. C is the consumption done by the households. I is investment. G is government expenditure. NX is net exports. Consumption is a function of disposable income. Disposable income in the background is income minus taxes. After you pay taxes to the government, whatever net income you're left up with, you can only go ahead and do consumption from that. So we can say Y is equal to C. Consumption is a function of disposable income. So it's a function of Y minus T plus I plus G plus NX. Whenever there is going to be any change in taxes or government expenditure, it is going to go ahead and affect your output or national income. When you change Y by changing G or T, this is called fiscal policy. Simple. So for example, the government goes ahead and increases its expenditure on building a flyover. This increases the income of the vendor to whom this contract was sold. This increases the income of the laborers who will earn income from it. It increases the income of the shopkeeper where the laborer will spend his income, etc. This increase in G, increase in government expenditure, creates a flow of income. This is known as government or fiscal policy multiplier. The fiscal policy multiplier is how does your income change when government expenditure changes. Now, let's talk about monetary policy. Monetary policy is basically changing the supply of money. See, whenever the government will go ahead and print more notes, it will increase the supply of money. Printing more notes and increasing the supply of money is basically going to bring changes in money market. For example, when the supply of money increases, we actually in economics have a shift of the supply curve of money. This is the demand curve of money. It's okay if you don't understand the money market well for now, but whenever the supply of money increases, it is going to change the interest rate. For example, in this case, the interest rate decreases. And when interest rate in the market decreases, this means that loans are available cheaper. And when firms can get cheaper loans, it is going to mean that firms will take more loans and will do more investment. So it will increase the investment in the economy. So monetary policy is basically whenever you use the supply of money to regulate certain things in the market. For example, here to increase the investment in the economy. And again, if I go through the same equation, y is equal to c plus I plus g plus nx, when investment increases, your income will increase, your GDP will increase. So increasing the supply of money causes a decrease in interest rate, causes investment to increase, and hence GDP to increase. So whenever you use a monetary policy as a tool, also, the aim is to go ahead and regulate the supply of money, or to use money as a tool. So, during boom, I want to go ahead and I want to reduce my GDP. It's already at a high, right? Basically not reduce GDP directly. My aim is to reduce inflation. During recession, my aim is to increase GDP, right? To give a boost to the economy. So whenever I want to do these things, I can target them either through a monetary policy by changing the supply of money, or through a fiscal policy by changing government expenditure or taxes, right? So this is the, on a very, very, very upper level, this is what is the difference between a fiscal versus a monetary policy. Okay, thank you.